Les Deux Magiciens, a Missouri Pawpaw French folk tale originally told by Frank Boy Bourassa, translated and narrated in English by Adam Polakaitis and his 10-year-old assistant. He left with the two men. While he was in the woods, he caught squirrels, rabbits, possums, and quails for them. After not too long, he had loaded them up with plenty of game, and they thought the world of the dog. They were both discussing how they wouldn't have even taken $300 for the dog. And Pierre took to the woods yapping after some prey, and he had gotten far away. They didn't hear him yapping anymore. He came and met back up with his father. When he got to where his father was at, he turned back into a little boy. Soon after, the two men missed their dog. They turned back to catch up with the old man again. They thought the dog was possibly with him. They caught up with the old man. He was right by his house. They asked if he had seen the dog.
"No," he said, "I haven't seen your dog. I've seen nothing. There's nothing but my little boy who came to meet back with me when I was close to the house here." He said, "I don't think your dog is lost. He'll come back to you before you get too far, unless something happens to him in the woods."
The two men turned back around to look for the dog as the old man went home with his boy, but the two men never found the dog. It was like that for a while. One day, there were some horse races. Pierre told his father that he would turn himself into a horse. He said,
"I'll transform into a horse, and I'll seem very weak. I'll look like a sickly old horse who can't run. But don't be tricked. I'll start behind everyone else, but I'll pass them all and win."
He ran the race, and he won. Everyone was laughing at that horse. They thought he wouldn't win anything. There was $900 and the crown for the winner. He got it. He said,
"Godfather, the old magician, is coming to buy me. Sell me for no less than $900, but hang on to the bridle."
His godfather came and bought him, but they forgot to take off the bridle. They put him in the stable and they fed him water and hay, but he didn't eat. They said,
"It's odd that a good horse like this isn't eating."
They came back the next day. It was the exact same thing. He still hadn't eaten. One of the stable boys said to the other,
"If you want, we'll take him to drink at the fountain. Maybe he'd drink better outside."
The other one said,
"I don't know, but we can try."
They led him to the fountain. He danced and pranced, but he still wouldn't drink. One of them said,
"Maybe he'd drink if we took the bridle off of him."
The other one answered,
"You can try taking it off, but you know our master said to always leave the bridle on."
"Well," the other one said,
"I'll try. We can't let him die of hunger and thirst."
When they took the bridle off of him to make him drink, he changed into a fish. The godfather came and changed himself into a fish too, in the fountain. The magician couldn't catch him, so he turned into two fish. When Pierre saw that, he turned into a pigeon, and he took off flying. When his godfather saw that, he turned into an eagle and took off behind him. When the pigeon saw that his godfather would catch him, he turned into a man, and he hurled himself at the gate of a king and cried,
"Hello!"
He asked to stay there for a few days. The king told him to come in. The eagle changed into a man, and he hurled himself at the gate as well, and he caused the king to fall very sick. He cried,
"Hello!"
The princess came out. He asked to stay there to spend the night that evening. She told him that she didn't know if she could keep him. She had a stranger there, and her father had fallen very sick. He asked to come in to take a look at her dad because maybe he could heal him. She told him to come in. When the pigeon saw that, he turned into a ring on the princess's finger. She was quite surprised, and she did nothing but look at that ring on her finger. Then the godfather went over to her and said,
"If you give me the ring on your finger, I'll heal your dad."
She said she would give it to him if he healed her dad. So then he started working to bring the old man back. He was a magician, a wizard. At 9 o'clock, the old man was nice and strong. Well, the old man said, I'm good now. Let's go to bed. The princess went into her room, made her bed, and laid down. She had barely even gotten in bed when a man appeared there with her. She started to scream. À suivre. To be continued.
Merci d'attendre.